What's good everyone, Infamous Legacy here with the Marvel's Avengers guide video on the nanite perks that you guys can obtain through the Fearless Gear Set gear pieces. To get these gear pieces, you guys do need to go to the Utah Badlands and make sure you are at the power level 175 to run this mission. Once you complete this mission right here, Omega level threat AIM cloning lab, you guys will be awarded a gear piece from the Fearless Gear Set that contain those nanite perks. So I have Hulk here for example, and I just want to show you guys some of the perks that you guys can obtain within this particular gear set. And to activate some of these perks, it's pretty self-explanatory. So here's one right here. Ultimate Plasma Boost. Activating your ultimate heroic ability, Thunderclap adds 15 plasma nanite augments to your hero. So that's one perk right there. And then I have a defensive slot right here for Hulk. Lethal Support Cryo Administrator. Defeating an enemy with Bone Shaker or while Bone Shaker is active, charges nearby allies with 8 cryo nanite augments. So with these with these different types of status effect nanite augments, they're basically used for applying status damage through light attacks or light combo finishers. I've already, spoken to a Marvel's Avengers combat dev and gear perks dev on how to improve this. So basically what I actually want this to, apply status faster when you're fighting enemies, when you do build up your cryo nanites or different status effect nanites. Or, the more nanites you have will also help you apply status effect much faster. And I want these nanite augments to also apply to heavy combo finishers, signature attacks, intrinsic light attacks, things like that, where it can improve the melee landscape for different types of melee builds for a lot of heroes. Because right now this might be useful for certain heroes, but then some other heroes it might not be so useful. But anyways, let's go ahead and demonstrate to you guys how these nanite perks work. I'm gonna go ahead and start with Hulk first, and then I'll show you guys different examples of other heroes and how it actually works when it comes to these nanite perks. Time to demonstrate these nanite perks for you guys. So when it comes to these gear perks, keep in mind you do need to make sure you follow the instructions within the gear perk to apply the nanites onto yourself. So you're not using these nanites to apply anything onto the enemies. You're using these gear perks to receive these nanites, and then you'll use light combo attacks or light combo finishers to apply the status effect coming from those nanites. For example, we have the heroic slot right here for Hulk. Hulk is probably one of the fewest heroes that can probably benefit from this nanite gear system currently in the game. Hopefully other heroes in the future will benefit as well when it comes to melee builds using the nanite system. But we shall wait and see what happens with that. But with Hulk, we have the ultimate plasma boost. So when I activate Thunderclap, I'll receive 15 plasma nanite augments to myself. Then I also have other perks like this, Lethal Support Cryo Administrator. So when you're defeating an enemy while Bone Shaker is active, you actually won't receive these cryo nanites. These cryo nanites will go to your allies. And then I have a melee one right here. Activating Bone Shaker will charge your nearby allies with 10 gamma nanites. So again, this will give 10 gamma nanites to other heroes on your team. So when they do light combo attacks, they'll be applying those gamma status effects coming from those gamma nanites. And then we have Proficient Gamma Boost. Hitting an enemy with a ranged power attack adds 10 gamma nanites to your hero. So again, different heroes have different gear perks on activating the nanites. So let's go ahead and start with the heroic slot first. So I have to use Thunderclap to activate it. I already got everything selected. And when I'm recording this video, keep in mind this is not a build video. This is just a demonstration to you guys on how these nanite perks work. And you guys can see for yourself how useful these gear pieces might be or might not be for your heroes. So we got all the Dreadbots right here. So I have to activate Thunderclap to receive 15 plasma nanites. So let's go ahead and do that. So right there, I got them. And obviously with Thunderclap, you're applying gamma damage. what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and use my light attacks. So you can see I have no plasma melee piece equipped. The plasma status effect is getting applied through the nanite augments. And if you do the rock cheese, you can actually apply that plasma a little bit faster. See, look at that. So this is where the nanite augments actually probably make sense for Hulk, because he can apply it a lot faster. So let's do another demonstration. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a range power attack to get those gamma nanites coming from my slot 1. So proficient gamma boost, it says hitting an enemy with a range power attack gives me 10 gamma nanites. So let's go ahead and do that. I guess, you know, it multiplies, so now I have 20. And then I'll do thunderclap. And then, you know what? Just because I already have gamma on this gear piece, let's go ahead and switch to like a sonic piece. So I have 20 gamma nanites. I have 20 plasma gamma nanites. So when I do a light combo attack, I should be able to apply, you know, my sonic, the gamma nanite from that previous gear piece, and the plasma nanite coming from my heroic slot. So let's just do a normal light attack. So right there, you can see I'm applying the plasma and gamma. Now if I do the rock cheese, look at that. Like I said, it's really useful for Hulk currently in the game, but it might be useful in the future for other heroes like Cap and BP. So again, let's just go ahead. So there's a possibility with Hulk you can make a nanite build, and I might even look into doing that in the future. Alright, so let's go ahead and finish this off. So again, when you're doing the rock cheese with Hulk and you have these nanite perks, you will be able to apply status effect faster. Unfortunately, it's not the same for other heroes. It will take some time to apply the nanites to yourself, and also activating the status effect damage onto enemies, you know, a little bit slower than Hulk. But with Hulk, he seems like he might be the one to only benefit a little bit from it. So I'm just going to use up all these nanites right now that I have equipped. Alright, there we go. So let's go ahead and reset the harm room right now. So I'm going to switch to another hero right now. And that's crazy how I died with God mode on. But anyways, let's move this forward. So who else can I show you guys? Because again, I'm just demonstrating these perks to you. You know what? We'll go with Kate. So let me see if I have the gear piece in my inventory. I gotta go to my inventory locker. Let me see if I have anything right over here. Okay, never mind. We'll demonstrate with the defensive slot. So support cryo boost, activating my heroic support ability will add 10 cryo nanite augments to myself. So I'm gonna equip this gear piece. And again, you guys can get the Fearless Gear Set gear pieces from Cloning Labs. Let me see if I have a range piece as well that has nanite perks. Nope. Any melee piece? Okay, we also have a melee piece where hitting an enemy with a counter attack will add 6 gamma nanite augments to myself. So let's go ahead and equip that. And let's go ahead and start this. So first it was a heroic ability, right? As you guys can see, there's no status effect on any of these enemies. Let's go ahead and activate our heroic ability, which is the decoy. There you go. Applied 10 cryo nanite augments to myself. Now what I'm going to do is, because this is pretty useful for a melee build, I'm just going to use my sword and do light attacks. So right here you can see that cryo being applied, and I'm going to keep going. There we go. I used up all the cryo nanites. And the plasma came from my melee slot, obviously. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can do a counter attack to add 6 gamma nanites to myself. Let's see if they're going to attack me. Come on, man. Attack. Might not work with these particular enemies, but it is what it is. Because they're not really hitting me. But anyways, it's all about activating these gear perks. So when you activate these gear perks, some of these gear perks will give you nanites for you to, you know, use to apply status effect on enemies. So let's go back to the decoy. There we go. And now let's go ahead and reset it. Let me see if I can demonstrate with one more hero. And then we'll end the video. And if you guys do have any questions about the nanite system, let me know in the comments below. This is just to showcase you guys how these nanites work when you have these gear pieces that consist of the nanite perks. Let's see. Let me see if I have anything with Miss Marvel that can apply those nanites. Okay, she has something similar to Kate where, you know, you can use your support ability to get 20 cryo nanites. Let me see if there's anything else. Nothing really with Miss Marvel. Let's check out Thor. I'm very lazy right now to go into my inventory locker, you know what I mean? So I'm just here looking to see what I have right now. Okay, I might just need to go with like Widow maybe. I think I have something on Widow. And let's see. Okay, here's a demonstration. We'll just equip this defensive slot. So invisible cryo boost. Every time your hero becomes invisible, you gain 8 cryo nanites. So that's easy to do. You're just activating your support heroic ability. And again, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate my ability right here. I've went invisible. And like I said, you guys can see the cryo doesn't get applied through range attacks, through other range power attacks, through, you know, your heroic abilities, nothing like that. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to activate my ultimate heroic ability and see if those light attacks will apply the cryo. There we go. So you can see the cryos being applied. And there we go. We ran out of them. Get some more, just like that. Okay, everyone, that is the end of this demonstration video on the nanite augments, the nanite perks, whatever you want to call it, from the Fearless set gear pieces. So not all the Fearless set gear pieces give you these nanite augments. Majority of them do, but some of them don't. However, double check to make sure that some of these gear pieces might be useful for any of your melee builds that you're working on. Because you guys saw, when I was using Kate, when I was receiving those nanite augments with cryo, I was also able to use light attacks to apply cryo damage. So maybe in the future, we might have this system updated where it can actually become a lot better than what it is right now. Because right now, again, you can only use a nanite augments when you're using light attacks to apply that status effect. With Hulk, I did the rock cheese and you saw how beneficial that was for him when it came to these nanite augments. With a lot of other heroes, you guys do need to make sure what gear perks you get within the Fearless gear set gear pieces, because some of them might help you, but majority of them might not. So this is not, you know, a shot at the devs. I just really hope they improve the nanite augment system where it can apply status effect a lot faster. And again, heavy combo finishers, intrinsic attacks, signature attacks, things like that can use the nanite augments as well. I don't care about the range attacks because we already know range is pretty OP currently in the game. But to improve melee, I hope they listen to this feedback, because I'm pretty sure if they do improve this system, they can really make it useful when it comes to, you know, melee builds with all the heroes that are currently in the game. So that is the end of that. If you guys did enjoy this demonstration of the nanite augments and the nanite perks, whatever you want to call it again, from the Fearless Set gear pieces from Cloning Labs, let me know. And also make sure you show your support by hitting that like and subscribe button. Until next time, I'm out. You guys take care. Peace.